I'm tired of having the bare minimum. And I'm tired of doing the bare minimum. And I realize the two of those are very interconnected. You know that saying, you get what you put in, you get out what you put in. It's true. If you eat vegetables and protein and exercise, right? That's what you put in. You're gonna get out a fit body, a functional body, a clear mind. If you put in inexpensive or cheap, highly processed food, high sugars, grease, oil, excuse me, I'm still a little sick. Oils, grease, things like that, you're gonna get, the opposite. But you get what you put in. You put in quality, you'll get out quality. If you put in cheap, inexpensive, you're gonna get out cheap and inexpensive. And same with work ethic. When you put in minimal effort, you get minimal results. And when you put maximum effort, you get more results. That's just the way life is. That's just the way life is. I remember all throughout high school, middle school I was a lot better, but once I hit high school, something kind of switched in my mind, and I didn't get excited by school anymore. And I realized that, hey, I can pass these classes not really trying, barely doing any homework, not attending every class every day. You know what I mean? I was still passing my classes, but I wasn't getting the best grades, right? I was a CB student in high school. Maybe I got an A, or maybe I got like an A- in English or something like that, just because I liked it a little better than the other subjects. But most subjects I got C's and I got B's. And it's because I did not put in any effort. I was allergic to I hated homework. For whatever reason, I just hated homework. And I wasn't applying myself, and I was more focused on hanging out with friends, playing video games, playing handball, like going outside, playing sports. And that was what I tried at. That's what I focus on. And so I got good at excuse me. That's gonna happen on video, by the way. I'm trying my best to get over this cough, but it's just right. It's just been right there for like the longest. Someone recommended me elderberries. There's a lot of cars out here too. Yeah, they recommended elderberry and rosemary. No, not rosemary oil. Oil of oregano, which I never heard of. But apparently that's good for a cold, so I'm gonna try that. I'm just outside the grocery store now, waiting for my lady to finish shopping. She's doing some grocery shopping. She might get in the car any second now. But I got out what I put in the areas that I put the effort in. I got good at video games. I had a bunch of friends. Well, not a bunch of friends, but I had friends. I had good relationships with friends. I had, what else did I say? I had, what was I doing in high school? Hanging out. Girls, I used to talk to girls in high school. That was a big focus of mine. But it was not classes. It was not classes. And so now I'm at a point where I'm 30 years old. I'm a grown man. I no longer rely on my parents for anything. I live alone, and not that there's anything wrong with relying on your parents. I love help from family when it's doable for everybody, right? I don't want to just take, right? I want there to be a relationship there, and as long as that's intact, then it's okay to get help and things like that. Honestly, I recommend staying with your parents for as long as possible. Do not try to grow up too fast, man. Whatever you guys do, man, do not try to grow up too fast, because it's just not the smart thing to do. There's no rush. Time is gonna pass regardless, and you're gonna get there in due time. Promise you, you're gonna grow up. Promise you, man. For all my under 30 guys out there, for all my guys in their 20s or in their teens, you're gonna grow up. That's just how life is, right? So you don't gotta rush, and you don't gotta prove anything to anybody. Oh, I can be independent, or oh, I don't need my parents. There's nothing wrong with having your parents, right? But I get it that you don't want to have to need them. You want to be self-sufficient, but understand that there's nothing wrong with having them, right? And there's nothing wrong with getting help at all. And I'm at a point where I'm an unk now. I think it's okay to call me an unk now, and I'm realizing that I never really put so much time and energy into things like work, working a job. I think my longest job was, I want to say 3 years, and it wasn't a great job. Honestly, I did not. I wanted to leave that job so fast because they sold me a dream in the beginning, and months later it turned out to be nothing of the nothing of what the dream they sold. You know what I mean? But it's like, you stay because you think, oh, maybe it'll get better. One more month. Next thing you know, it's 3 years then passed, and you're at this job, with the worst, with the worst management, with the most gossipy coworkers, the most low energy coworkers, and you got to do it because at this point, that's all you know. At this point, you've gotten, at that point, I was getting good at something that I did not enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And I did a warehouse job at an airport, and it wasn't easy leaving that job because, flight benefits, right? You got family who oh my gosh, mind you, I come from poverty, right? So, my family here is flight benefits, and that's bells go ding ding ding. Oh my gosh, free flights! Oh my gosh, a flight is $200-300, and not to say $200-300 is not a lot of money, but it's you want to really safeguard your energy, and you want to safeguard your peace, right? It's not ideal. It's I always say, parents who stay in a relationship because they have a kid, right? I don't believe in that one bit, right? It's at the end of the day, the child is not more important than your peace of mind or your partner's peace of mind, right? Your child is a byproduct of the two of you coming together, but I believe your peace of mind is first and foremost. If you don't have that, if you don't have anything to give, right? If you don't have any peace to give somebody, or if you don't have any peace inside yourself, how can you give to others? You know what I'm saying? And so that whole situation just gets super messy. It gets super messy, and you can't really thrive when you're just having to, or feeling like you have to be around people who you don't like. You're never gonna reach true happiness and contentment when you feel like you're forced to do things that that are negative every day or every other day, whatever your schedule is, for hours at a day at that, right? Some of us been working 8-hour days, 5-6 days a week, being around some of the worst people that you could be around, and it's because we need to make ends meet, right? And I'm glad I'm not in that situation anymore. It's a blessing. And again, that comes from putting the time and effort and energy into your craft and what you really want to do in life. And if you don't know what you want to do, then it's just about trial and error and just trying different things, but giving it your all though, right? Trying things and really putting your best foot forward. That way you can really kind of eliminate what and decipher what you don't like, what you like, and things like that. And you can kind of have some bargaining power when you come to a job interview, right? You don't want to be going to a job interview essentially starving, or like you need them way more than they need you. You know what I mean? It should be mutual when you work with people. And that's something that I'm learning now. Something that I'm learning now as I get older. It really pays to put real effort into a craft, whatever that may be. For me, it's video editing, because that's what I like to do. And I do other things too, you know what I mean? Content creation, which also involves video editing, but just being on camera, you know what I mean? I always tell people, like, I'm the videographer, I'm the actor, and I'm the editor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play all these different roles, and all these different roles require skills, right? Marketing, something I'm interested in. Fitness, I really like fitness. Sports, handball, something that I'm really passionate about. These are things that I've put time, effort, and energy into, and now I'm at a point where I've achieved a level of proficiency to where I can monetize these skills. I always tell people, man, monetize your skills. Don't just get a job don't just get a job just to get a job. Use what you have. All of you out there have different skills that you've worked on. Oh, here's my lady. I'm making a video. But you can come in. I told him you was shopping. I was just telling them how everybody has different skills that. Yeah. I got her some flowers. What do you guys think? You said you like them, right? Yeah. Okay. Do they smell good? Did you smell them?
No, I didn't smell them. Did you put something in there?
No, it's just roses. It's like a faint. Roses don't really. Yo, that's a myth. People say, like, oh, roses smell so good, but it's really like a very.
No, they do. Like, when you have it like in the one place for a while, it starts smelling like that.
In what place?
Like,
flower shop.
Like, if you have it in your car for a while.
Oh, like the area starts to smell like roses. Yeah. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah.
But it's not like a lot of that, like on those, for you to really smell it. That's why.
Okay.
You can go now.
Alright, ready? But yeah, guys, basically, I was just telling them how instead of just getting a job to, just pay bills and you're just picking anything just because, it's better to, and then ending up like not happy and something like that. It's better to monetize, try to get a job in a field that you actually resonate with, and that you're, passionate about, something that you believe in, because you're gonna do a much better job, and you're going to be happier on a day-to-day. You know what I mean? You're gonna enjoy your time a lot more. Y'all, she has a job that it's just paying the bills. It's not like a passion or anything, but she's working on getting the skills to do something that you actually care about more.
Yeah, but I don't just do because I do for convenience. And
what does
pay
that
my
mean
bills.
exactly? Convenience.
Like, I use that job so like I use that time to do something else.
Yeah.
So I could have been home. Like, I study
Yes.
doing my work hours.
Yes.
I could have been home studying, but instead I just go there to sit and study and get paid at the same time.
Her job is very convenient, for that matter. Very, very convenient. She's able to work and get paid and do her job while studying something that, she wants to do more long term.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really smart.
Yeah, and I'm in school and my bill's getting paid and I get to study.
Right.
And I get to pass my classes. So
Yes.
Convenience.
For sure. And so that's another thing. Like, if you're looking at a job more long term, then, make sure it's something you really resonate with. Make sure it's something you really care about. That way that way you can get through the days and keep a smile on your face. But if it's just something to, like, if it's just something that you need for the time being while you get to that point where you can do something you love, then definitely just pick something that's convenient. I was just telling them how, like, I'm kind of getting to a more mature point in my life, and I'm tired of just doing the bare minimum and, like, getting the bare minimum back, right? Because you always get in you get out what you put in.
I'm not laughing because you're saying that. I'm just remembering something that you said in one of your videos.
What was it?
You're like, oh, I guess they can call me Unc now.
Can't they?
I was listening and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I think kids, they don't need to know your age to call you Aunt. It's just like, if you're older, then you're Aunt.
Yeah, anyone older, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. Kids look at anybody. Like, I remember I was like 25, and a kid, one of my nephews asked me how old I am. I said 25, and they're just like, "Oh my God,
You're so old."
Yeah, you're so old. And I'm just like, I'm feeling like, cause a part of me actually believed it. I'm like, damn, 25, I am getting old. I'm halfway to 30, and now look at me. Just that quick, like
halfway. That's like more than halfway.
Oh, like, yeah, you're right. Just like from like 20
halfway to 50.
Halfway to 50, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Now I'm halfway to 60.
Oh my God.
Time flies, boy. Time flies. Time really does fly. It feels like a long time, but it also kind of like, it goes quick. It can go really quick. Like, 10 years ago I was 20, and that just feels like ages ago. It really feels like ages ago. I was a completely different person.
What do you want to be in 10 years?
What do I want to be in 10 years?
Since
great-
you're
it's a great question.
thinking about 10 years ago, what about like 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I'll be 40. I hope to, be in a better place relationship-wise with you. I want to be in a kind of space where I'm able to enjoy life, like in give joy to people, right? Very like freely. You know what I mean? Like I want to just have like freedom to express myself and entertain people and provide value, really. I'm 40 years old. I want some kids by 40. How many kids by 40?
Mhm.
Maybe 2. Maybe like 2. At least 1. Maybe 2.
When you're gonna start? I mean, between now and 40.
Between now and 40.
Yeah.
When would you want to start?
I don't think it's a matter of time right now, cause I could start right now,
Okay.
but it's
You're
not
ready.
time.
Like what like, and how many would you want? How many kids would you want?
Now, 1. Yeah, maybe 2.
Maybe 2?
Cause I don't want like 1 and then years later another 1. I want like back to back.
Like together?
Done.
Okay. Back to back and then done. Chill for a while.
I was supposed to record this.
Why not?
I don't want
She's
people
getting
all
shy.
over my business.
She's getting shy, guys. Well, basically, we'll save that for another video.
No
Maybe.
video for privacy.
Maybe maybe not. We'll tell you guys like our plans with like kids and things like that. But yeah, I definitely say I want to say at least 2. I mean, at least 1 for sure by 40. Maybe 2, maybe even 3. Who knows, man? God, that's the thing, man. You set a plan and then God just,
No,
You know.
not 3.
huh? You said no 3. But you gotta think too, like, kids add joy. They add responsibility, but they also add like joy to your life. So, God willing, our kids come out like good and positive. These people are struggling to close the bus door. God willing, like, the kids are good and they take our positive kind of mannerisms and it just boosts everybody up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And each other. Us and each other. But yeah, y'all, appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. It got a little personal at the end, but that's cool.